Alright, so today we have an old school style shadow and schmooze on the look I'm wearing right now. I feel like I need more caffeine right now. If you've never seen a shadow and schmooze on my channel, it's basically where we put on makeup, talk about life. I actually asked you guys on Snapchat and Twitter this time around to ask any questions that you have. We have a ton of new people in the Bayrito fam, so if you're new, comment down below. Let me know if this is your first shadow and schmooze. I figured this would be a good time to do kind of a Q&A type of thing. If you want to ask any questions in future shadow and schmooze videos, make sure you're following me on social media so that you can ask your question. So this is the look that I wore in the best and worst of 15 days of foundation video. If you missed that, I will link it in the little eye thing, which is somewhere over here. Still don't know the side. I kind of just used a mix of new products to me, new releases. If you want to see how I got this look, you're in the right place. Just keep watching. All right, we got the coffee. We're shadow and schmoozing it up today. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. So I have already washed, moisturized, primed my face. Today I actually tried a different primer. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Pore Refiner. One of you guys commented saying that this is awesome at erasing pores, and I'm trying to erase my pores lately, so we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't break me out. A lot of primers break me out, but this is what it looks like. It has a little tint to it, but it doesn't actually show up when it's on your skin. It looks really dark when it comes out of the tube. So you guys asked a ton of questions on Twitter, and I have some from Snapchat too. So I think I'm just gonna go down the line, start answering them as we put on makeup. Since I'm gonna be talking, answering questions, I might not be able to say exactly what I'm using every single time. So everything will be linked down below in the description box. Like always, everything is always down there that I use. So when you guys are watching this, I'm actually gonna be filming the best and worst of foundations video today, right after I film this. So I wanna be wearing one of the foundations that I talk about. So I'm gonna do a mix of the Clinique Continuous Coverage with the LA Girl Pro HD White Mixer. I'm going to be trying out some of these Morphe gold brushes. These are brand new. I believe they launched on Black Friday, so they should be out when you guys are seeing this. I didn't mix that very well, did I? I'm going to take the Y7. Whoops, totally just forgot to take a before photo. And I'm not wearing earrings. So even with the mixer, this one covers really, really well. I need earrings. Here they are. Alright, so let's start answering. Casey Anderson on Twitter says, what were your favorite things to record when you first started YouTube, and are they still the same thing now, or is it something else? So when I first started YouTube, oh my god, some of you guys have told me that you have been following me for this long, and I actually met someone in Seattle the other day who said that she watched these videos, but when I first started, I did a lot of rant videos. They were called Taylor Rants. I think there's still a few up. It's weird looking back on those because I feel like I'm 100% different person now, but that's kind of the crazy thing about putting yourself online, is that you do see those changes, and those changes happen to everyone in real life. They're just not documented on the internet for everyone, but it is crazy seeing how much you change and grow over the years. I started YouTube when I was a sophomore in college, so a lot has happened since then. A lot has changed since then. Kimberly Dewey's says, non-makeup related, favorite movie, makeup related, favorite drugstore product. Favorite movie? I'm not a big movie person at all. I'm more of a show person. I also have a weird memory, like I cannot remember movies for the life of me. If I saw one last week, I couldn't tell you what happened this week. That wasn't the question. Favorite movie? The Island, I really liked. I really like kind of sci-fi ones. Favorite drugstore product? I think I would have to say the Physicians Formula Shimmer Brick. Those are just unreal as a highlight, and as eyeshadows, they're beautiful. So there's a lot of questions about what I do for my job. How do I know that's what I wanted to do? So let's start with this one. Kylie N.E. Alyssa says, how did you get started in digital marketing or marketing in general? So I did not major in digital marketing in college. I did international relations. I was learning Arabic. I lived in the Middle East for a year. I've always been really into marketing. I just didn't know. Looking back, I did a lot of things growing up that I think I just didn't realize what I was doing. Before I started YouTube, I did a bunch of weird stuff. I had like a glitter high heels business in college where I would go to the thrift store and then make these glitter heels and then sell them. I had a few weird things like that. I think I realized when I was in Jordan, I was kind of looking at, I don't know, just how they marketed culturally, which is what I studied in college, was like cultural anthropology, international relations. And I just got really into business and marketing, and I decided senior year of college to do a business minor. And so that's really when I started taking business classes. And marketing classes was my last year in college, which I think happens to a lot of people. You kind of get on this track, and then senior year or junior year, you realize like, wait, this is actually what I'm more interested in, and that's what happened to me. And my kind of whole philosophy on that was just because I haven't gotten a full education in what I want to do, like that's not going to stop me from doing it. So I basically taught myself a shit ton senior year of college. I knew if I wanted to get a job in what I wanted to do, I was going to have some kind of experience. Just pulling out the hair. So I got myself an internship with this dude. Where was he? He was in like Kentucky or something. He had this weird online business, and I was like, I'll do shit for free for you. I'll write editorial content. I'll do your social media. So I basically did all that for free just to put on my resume in college. I feel like this is turning into a really long story. I just went in with Stargazer powder, and I'm going to use my Cover FX illuminating setting powder. I think, do I even want to? Yeah, this one needs to be set for sure. I'm going to use my Morphe E1 for this. What was the actual question? So long story short, taught myself a lot. I ended up getting a really amazing internship right out of college. I think I literally applied for over, I don't know, 400 internships. One just happened to fall into place, and it was the best thing I could have asked for. It was in Seattle. It was a startup that just kind of like took off, and the people that worked there were incredible. It was honestly just the best experience I could have asked for, so I really learned a lot in that internship, and then I got a full-time position there afterwards. Now looking back, I would say if there's something that you realize you want to do, whether you're in college or not, when people see that you're determined to do something and you've taken steps to show them that, I think that speaks so much more than a degree. Not saying that you don't need a degree. I definitely wouldn't have gotten the job I have without a degree. Having that on top of a degree, I think actions speak louder than words, you know what I'm saying? Victoria Dominguez, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, says, exactly what do you do at your job and how did you know that's what you wanted to do? First of all, I didn't know what I wanted to. And I took that internship, I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I had never done any of it before, and I just learned a lot and taught myself a lot. I'm going to go with the Catrice Prime and Fine Contour Kit, and I'm taking this Morphe Y4. I've never used this for contour, so we'll see. Okay, don't know what's going on there. So what exactly do you do at your job? I probably won't tell you guys exactly what I do just for privacy, and I just like to keep certain things off of YouTube. But basically after that startup job, I had a few other jobs. One was at an agency. I was kind of all over the place. I was working to help build a company after that. And then now I've basically taken what I used to do for other brands and I built my own consulting business. So that's what I do now. So I have a few different clients. So you guys see obviously me on YouTube. I spend about 30 hours a week on YouTube and then about 30 hours a week doing consulting. So I still work a lot. I work about 60 hours a week, which you guys don't really see any of. I don't show that on Snapchat or anything. This is a good question. So Christy Beauty says, for new YouTubers, is it better to have a management team person or be standalone? What is your opinion on it? So I have lots of thoughts on this, and networks, management, everything. Here's the thing, everything is a business. Management companies are a business, networks are a business. They're gonna spend their resources where it pays for them to do so. Meaning if you have 20,000 subscribers and then they have another client or YouTuber who has 500,000 subscribers, obviously they're gonna invest their time in the person that has 500,000 subscribers because that's who's gonna make them money. Most management teams take a commission off of sponsored posts, so they'll basically get you brand deals and take a commission of it. Some of them work on like monthly retainer, but most of them just take commission. I take the Y5 and this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Mellow Wine. I haven't used this blush in forever, but if I remember correctly, it's super pigmented, yep. So for some reason, people have this idea that they need to be in a network. You do not and should not be in a network. I'm just speaking for myself, but I have been in 2 different networks, had really horrible experiences, nothing came of them. Basically, the reasons why networks used to exist aren't the same anymore. And the things that they're supposed to do, like get you brand deals and blah, 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 they don't do because, again, resources. So if you are a small YouTuber, get out of the network. They are essentially taking a cut of your ad revenue and not doing anything for you in return. These brushes are super soft, by the way. They feel kind of cheap, like the handle's a little bit plasticky feeling, but they're super soft. I think I'm gonna go in with this rose goldy kind of highlight. This is Glow Subtle Glowing Lights by Lancôme. This looks almost exactly like ColourPop. I don't know if I wanna try and use a fan brush for this. Oh, that's working. Did I set my under eyes? I did, yeah. I'm not even thinking about what I'm doing on my face right now, I'm just talking. As far as management, you usually have to get to a certain point before managers make sense. Management totally depends on the person. If you're someone who doesn't like being hands-on with brands and you don't really understand the business side of things, then a manager could be helpful for you. Vivi asks, how did you stay motivated to graduate? I'm struggling to stay motivated and not getting burnt out. The senior, what do they even call it? I can't even think of it right now. Senior slump or something? What was it called? I have no idea. That's real. I would say focusing on the fact that real life is about to start was a big motivation for me. Senior year, I think a lot of people get stuck kind of slacking off, and it really is the time to excel, because when April, May rolls around and everyone is now scrambling to find a job or an internship, if you start back in January, start looking, you're gonna be getting a head start on all those people. I guess I would just say keep your eyes on the end prize. This is a good question. Lily HXC says, what is your first memory of makeup? When I think of makeup back in the day, I really think of like having an orange face and not being able to find makeup to match me. But when I think back to like my first, I remember being at a family friend's house and they had these, does anyone remember blue, what's it called? Anchor Blue? They had this makeup kit thing that was in a CD. It like looked like a CD and it had all these glitter eyeshadows. And those girls were older than me, so I didn't really have makeup yet. And I remember that being like the first time that I really got to play around with makeup. Shelby Hill says, will you ever do a Seattle meetup? PNW Squad Beirritos. Yes, I will, and I actually did. I kind of was supposed to have a meetup at Vlogger Fair, which was interesting, but I definitely want to do a meetup in Seattle. KDTron3000 says, who are your favorite non-beauty YouTubers? I need to get this brow going. I just did my brows because there was no way that was going to happen on camera while talking. Let's go into eyes. So my favorite YouTubers outside of beauty YouTubers, I have a few daily vloggers that I religiously watch. It's Judy's Life. I really love Lauren Bennett, XOXOLC. I love her vlogs. She does like 45-minute weekly vlogs. I'm gonna leave everyone I'm talking about's channel down below. Lauren is someone who has such a different lifestyle than me that I think it's just so interesting to watch. I love how she doesn't try and be anything else. Her vlogs just seem very real. I think I'm gonna use that same contour shade and go in with that on the crease. Danielle Harvey says, what is your typical order at Chipotle whenever you go? I almost always Postmates Chipotle and I have my order in there ready to go. All I do is press get it again. Let me just pull it up for you. Burrito bowl with pinto beans, white rice, cheese, guacamole, sour cream, green chili salsa, red chili salsa, and sofritas, a side of chips. That is what I get. I'm gonna move on to some Snapchat. So Aaron Harper 17 says, I don't have Twitter, but my question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's a good question, Aaron. I don't know. I've always thought this question is so interesting because even though I'm like super organized and planned out in my daily or like weekly life, I don't really think in terms of years because things always happen and they always just lead you different places, and I'm not someone to say no when those things happen. So I really don't know. I love Seattle, but I also really want to live in Chicago. So I don't know, I've kind of been thinking about renting like an Airbnb or something, or just renting an apartment for a few months in Chicago. I love moving. I love kind of being uncomfortable, I guess. If I'm not uncomfortable, it feels wrong. Like I feel like I need to be doing more or trying different things. And I kind of feel like that right now in Seattle. I love it. I love my job, my living situation, my friends, everything is great. I just feel really comfortable. I don't know, I'm just kind of thinking about next steps. This is the Pure Transformation palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. Does anyone else hate when they put like cream products in with powder products? It just drives me crazy. Like I'm never even gonna use those in my life, but the eyeshadows look really pretty. I'm gonna take this brown brick shade right here. These are blending out super easily. Kind of torn about what I want to do on the eyes because there's this super pretty gold color in here that I kind of want to use, but then I also have these pigments that are also by Pure Cosmetics. Another similar question like that, how do you successfully work full-time and do YouTube? What inspires you? I think that's a really good question. Okay, I need to figure out what shadow I'm putting. I kind of want to do the gold. Maybe I'll do the rose gold and then put a little bit of the gold on. Let's do that. Oh, this is not a loose shadow. What the heck? Liquid shadow. That's exciting. Whoa. I'm kind of just putting this right into the crease to create kind of a sharp line. Okay, that is super pretty. So how do I do 2 jobs? What inspires me? I just think if you love doing something and you're excited about it and you're passionate about it, that is usually enough drive for you to do something. But as far as actually managing time and getting stuff done, I have a planner. I live off of my planner. I plan things out about a week or two in advance, so I know exactly what I have to do each day. I know what I have to get done in that week. If I didn't plan out where I was spending my time, there's no way that I would be able to get everything done. And what a lot of that means is making sacrifices in other aspects of your life. Every YouTuber, most of them, some of them got lucky, but most of them put in the hours and made sacrifices to get where they are right now. It didn't just magically fall in their lap. Delaney Burke says, do you have any tips for chronic migraine sufferers? I get them every day and it's the worst. Hope you're doing well. I hope you are doing well as well. Hold on, what am I doing on my eyes? I kind of want to put some purple from this palette in. I mentioned this in the last Q&A I did, I think, but focus on the good days. If you have any kind of chronic pain, you know that the good days are kind of hard to come by. So when you feel good and you're having a good day, go out and do something fun and take advantage of it, because you really never know how you're gonna feel the next day or in a few hours even. So I don't know, I just always try and think that it gives me different perspective on life that a lot of people don't have if you don't suffer from any kind of chronic pain. As far as tips for actually dealing with it, I would also say find someone who gets it. I'm lucky that my best friend, not lucky, but her mom also suffers from migraines, so I've been really lucky that my best friend understands it and gets it, and she's always there for me when I feel like shit or have to go to the ER or whatever it is. So if you can, I would say find someone in your life who can be empathetic, because nothing is worse than when people tell you to take Advil or drink water or just don't get it at all. Grace says, what is your current favorite face mask? Ooh, that is hard. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, which it's just the Taylor Snaps, I will show you guys what face mask I'm wearing. I'm a face mask addict. I think I have like, I don't know, probably over 50 face masks. I love face masks. They're super relaxing for me at the end of the night. I wear one almost every night just because it relaxes me. And it's kind of like my wind down routine. Favorite one. By the way, this is the Y18. For some reason, I'm blanking on like every face mask that I use right now. I would say the L'Oreal black mask. I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but one of their new face masks is the black one. It is amazing. I feel like it's helped my skin a lot. I also still love and use the clay, why am I blanking on all the names? The African clay mask. I'll link it down below. It's from Amazon. It's like under 10 bucks. You get this huge jar, and I just mix it with apple cider vinegar. On this Y22 brush, I'm going to take that same brick shade from the palette and put that on the lower lash line. Sandra Dominguez, did I already answer this? No, I think she asked another question. She said, would you like to go back and visit Israel? For those of you who don't know, I think this was another question. I lived in Jordan for a year, and then I lived in Tel Aviv for a summer after that, and then I also lived in Jerusalem during high school. So yes, I definitely plan on going back to Israel. I'm actually planning a trip right now to go back to Jordan to stay with my host family for a couple weeks. I'm super excited. I miss them. I had the best host family I could have ever asked for. Whoa, that was super pigmented. But Israel is a bordering country of Jordan, so if I go to Jordan, I'll definitely go back to Israel. I'm gonna go back in with my Catrice contour and blend that out a little bit. So for liquid eyeliner, I think I'm actually gonna try out this new, well, new to me. This is the Balm Schwing black eyeliner. Okay, this is a little tricky to get like a smooth line. It's one of those eyeliners. Okay, this is turning into a disaster. I can already tell. So I'm gonna go in with my Wet n Wild eyeliner. I'm not a fan of that eyeliner. Wet n Wild coming to the rescue. Melly says, are you gonna stay this color gray or go more gray? I love your hair, any color, love you, Tay. That kind of rhymed. So for mascara, I'm gonna try this Maybelline Falsies Push Up Angel. I haven't tried this yet. I love the original Falsies mascara. I'm gonna put on false lashes today, but I kind of want to see how this works underneath. I'm kind of in a hair predicament right now because my hair basically isn't healthy enough yet to go silver, which has always been the end goal. So I think I'm gonna be gray for a couple more months, but I'm actually going in on the 15th to get Fusion, I think they're called, or iTap, one of those, I don't know. Kind of extensions where they like attach it to the strand of your hair, just because I can't keep up with these myself. And I think we're gonna do like a dark to gray to silver with the extensions. Hopefully, that's the plan, we'll see. False lashes, I think I'm gonna use my Socialized Siren lashes. All of my makeup from my drawer right now is packed up in bags and boxes because I haven't told you guys this yet. I'm actually moving into a office space, which is very exciting. I'm no longer going to be working out of my room. So I'm going to be doing YouTube stuff there and also consulting stuff. The background in the next couple weeks will be changing. I'm going to be showing everything on Snapchat. I might even be vlogging the move. So that's super exciting. I never thought that would happen, actually being able to get out of my room. Let me know down below if you want to see an office tour once I have everything moved in, but I got a ton of new furniture. Along the lines of exciting things while we're at it, this picture I posted on Twitter a while ago, like a couple months ago when I was in New York, and you guys, the time is coming. The announcement is going to be coming out, I think, a week after this video goes up, so make sure you're following me on all my social channels. I'm going to show you some sneak peeks. Very excited for that, and I hope you guys are too. I feel like this is going to be a really long video. If you have stuck around to this point, you are listening right now, down below, comment pineapple. Sometimes when I put on false lashes, I all of a sudden feel like I can't think straight. Does that happen to anyone else? They're like blinders or something. I'm just gonna use that same mascara to blend with the falsies a little bit. And then I think I'm also gonna use this on my bottom lashes just because it does have a tiny wand. Let's see how it works on the bottom. This person took a photo, so I can't actually see what her Snapchat name is, but she says, have you ever been to Arizona? I have been to Arizona. I've been to Sedona. A while ago. We took like a family trip to Sedona when I was in high school, I think. Alright, I think we're done with eyes. Let's do lips and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. For lips, I think I might try this. This is the I don't know if it's Rhodile or yeah, it must be Rhodile. Suede Lips. This is in the shade Big Apple. I've used one of their nude shades in these and it was pretty nice. Kind of smells like cherry crayon. That's a super pretty like wine kind of color. Alright, so this is the final look. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so I know. Let me know down below if you guys like this Q&A style shadow and schmooze. I usually just ramble about whatever if I don't do a Q&A, but it's kind of nice for me having, you know, a direction to go. Everything I use will be listed down below in the description box. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.